Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're tackling something super important and honestly something I've been thinking about a lot lately. Self-love. Specifically, how do we actually make it happen in our everyday lives?
It's such a big topic, right?
Totally. Which is why I'm so excited about the book we're diving into.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
It's called Kindini Sefme, Daha Mutlu Bir Yaşam Mesin 5 Ritual. And it lays out these 5 really practical self-care rituals.
Mm,
I know, everyone talks about self-care.
right. But this book actually makes it actionable. It's not just about bubble baths and face masks, though those can be nice too.
Exactly. It gets to the heart of what it means to truly love and care for yourself and how to actually build those habits into your daily routine.
That's what I love about this book. It breaks down self-love into these manageable rituals that can make a huge difference, and they really are designed to help you connect with yourself on a deeper level, reduce stress, boost your mood, the whole deal.
Okay, so let's jump into ritual number 1, morning mindfulness. I gotta admit, the first thing I usually do when I wake up is grab my phone.
Oh, tell me about it. I'm the same way. But the book suggests resisting that urge. It's about starting the day with intention, not just jumping right into the chaos.
I feel that.
Yeah.
So instead of scrolling through social media, what are we supposed to do?
Imagine this. You wake up, and instead of reaching for your phone, you just sit quietly for a few minutes. Focus on your breath, maybe set an intention for the day like peace or I am enough, something like that.
It's like setting the tone for the whole day before you even get out of bed.
Exactly. And to take it even further, the book suggests using affirmations, like I am worthy of love and happiness.
I love affirmations. I use them all the time. But do they actually work?
Well, there's actually some really cool research on this. Affirmations, it turns out, can actually rewire our brains by strengthening the neural pathways associated with positive self-perception.
Whoa, seriously?
It's like planting seeds of self-love that can grow and blossom throughout the day.
Okay, I'm sold. I need to up my affirmation game.
Me too. Okay, moving on to ritual number 2. Nourish your body.
This one hits close to home for me.
Mm.
Mindless snacking. Emotional eating, I've been there. But the book frames mindful eating as a form of self-love, which I'd never really thought about before.
It's so easy to just see food as fuel, right?
Right. Especially with all the diet culture messaging out there.
But think about it this way. This ritual encourages us to shift that perspective. It's about slowing down, savoring each bite, appreciating the flavors and the nourishment your food provides.
It's about cultivating a positive relationship with your body, not just seeing it as a problem to be solved.
Exactly. And there's research that shows that practicing mindful eating can actually improve your digestion and lead to healthier food choices over time.
That makes sense. If you're really paying attention to what you're eating, you're probably more likely to make choices that actually nourish your body.
Right. Plus, it can really help reduce stress.
Oh, for sure. Stress eating is definitely a thing.
The book gives some super practical tips for how to actually practice mindful eating, like expressing gratitude before meals, chewing your food slowly, minimizing distractions while you eat, that kind of thing.
It's like making each meal a mini ritual.
I love that. Okay, ready for ritual number 3?
Hit me with it.
Move your body.
All right, so this is about exercise.
Yes, but not in the way you might think. It's not about punishing yourself with crazy workouts or trying to force your body into a certain shape.
So it's not about the number on the scale or fitting into a certain pair of jeans.
Nope. The book reframes exercise as a celebration of what your body can do.
Oh, I love that.
Think about finding joy in movement, whether that's dancing, yoga, walking, swimming, whatever gets you moving and makes you feel good.
So it's more about honoring your body and moving it in ways that feel good, not punishing it with exercise you dread.
Exactly. Plus, let's not forget all the amazing benefits of exercise. Mood-boosting endorphins, stress reduction, we all know it's good for us.
And honestly, I think so many of us get caught up in this idea that exercise has to be super intense to be beneficial.
I know, right?
But the truth is that even gentle movement can have a profound impact on both our physical and mental well-being.
Absolutely. Even moderate exercise can improve mood, reduce anxiety, and boost cognitive function. The book encourages us to find an activity we genuinely enjoy and make it a regular part of our routine, even if it's just for 20 or 30 minutes a day.
I think the key takeaway here is to prioritize enjoyment and progress over perfection.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Okay, on to ritual number 4, and I think this one is especially important in our always connected world.
Oh, I have a feeling I know where this is going.
Unplug and recharge.
Yes. Creating a digital detox ritual is so important.
It's about taking back our time and attention from the constant demands of technology. Our devices can be amazing tools, but they can also be incredibly draining.
No kidding. So how do we actually unplug?
The book suggests setting aside some device-free time each day, whether it's an hour before bed or a whole afternoon on the weekends.
Ooh, a whole afternoon sounds amazing.
Right. And then fill that time with things that bring you joy. Things that don't involve staring at a screen, like reading a good book, spending time in nature, pursuing a hobby.
The point is to give yourself a break from the constant stimulation and allow your mind and body to truly recharge.
Exactly. And the book makes a really great point about how disconnecting from technology can reduce stress and help you be more present in the moment, which honestly can be really hard in today's world.
Yeah, it's like we're constantly bombarded with information and notifications. It's hard to just be still and present.
It is. But the research shows that taking breaks from technology can actually improve your focus and reduce feelings of anxiety. Creating a digital detox ritual is all about creating space for yourself, both mentally and emotionally, to just be.
Love that. Okay, bring on ritual number 5.
Evening reflection.
So this is about ending the day just as intentionally as we started.
You got it. Think of it as bookending your day with intention and reflection. It's about taking a few moments to process your emotions, celebrate your accomplishments, and let go of any negativity from the day before you head to sleep.
That sounds so grounding.
It is, and the book really highlights the power of gratitude.
Gratitude is such a powerful practice.
It's about shifting your focus from what you're lacking to what you have to be thankful for. It's a simple shift in perspective, but it can make a world of difference.
Totally agree. So how do we actually put this into practice?
The book suggests keeping a gratitude journal. Each night, before you go to sleep, take a few minutes to jot down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small they seem.
I love that idea.
You could also reflect on what went well during the day and what you learned from any challenges you faced.
It's like taking stock of your day and acknowledging both the good and the bad.
Exactly. It helps you process your experiences and integrate them into your personal growth journey.
I love the idea of bookending the day with intention and reflection.
It creates a sense of closure and prepares you for a restful night's sleep.
Okay, so we've covered all 5 rituals. But I think it's important to remember that the book emphasizes that self-love is a journey, not a destination.
So true.
It's not like you just achieve self-love one day and then you're done.
Exactly. It's a process. It's about learning to be kind to yourself, compassionate, giving yourself grace. And that means accepting that you're not going to be perfect.
So we shouldn't beat ourselves up if we miss a day of these rituals or don't do everything exactly right.
Absolutely not. The most important thing is to just start small, be consistent. Don't try to do all 5 rituals at once. Pick 1 or 2 that really speak to you and start there.
That's good advice. And I guess self-care is going to look different for everyone, too.
Of course. I mean, what works for me might not work for you. You might love starting your day with yoga, while someone else might need quiet meditation. The point is to find what feels good for you and make it your own.
So what if someone's feeling overwhelmed? They're already busy, and now they're trying to add all these rituals to their life. What does the book say about that?
That's a great question. The book really emphasizes that even small changes can have a big impact. Start with just 5 minutes of mindfulness in the morning, or maybe take a short walk during your lunch break. Little things like that can make a big difference.
I like that. It's about finding those little pockets of time where you can prioritize yourself.
Exactly.
One thing I found really interesting was the book's discussion of the ripple effect of self-love.
Oh yeah, that's such an important point. When you start taking care of yourself and prioritizing your own well-being, it really does have a positive impact on every area of your life, your relationships, your work, everything.
It's like when you're happier and more fulfilled, it spills over into everything you do.
Exactly. It's like a positive feedback loop.
Yeah.
So out of these 5 rituals, which one resonated with you the most?
That's a tough one. I think for me, it's the focus on mindfulness and intention. It's so easy to just go through life on autopilot, but these rituals really force you to slow down and be present. What about you?
I completely agree. Being mindful is so crucial. But honestly, I also love how the book talks about celebrating what your body can do rather than focusing on how it looks.
Yes, that's so important.
It's about shifting from self-criticism to self-appreciation.
So we've talked a lot about the 5 rituals from the book, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts on other forms of self-care that people might want to explore beyond the book.
Oh, absolutely. There are so many ways to practice self-care. It's really anything that nourishes you mind, body, or spirit. Spending time with loved ones, doing something creative, reading a good book, taking a relaxing bath, whatever fills you up.
It sounds like self-care is really about tuning into your own needs and finding healthy ways to meet them.
Exactly. And it's a journey, not a destination. What works for you today might not work for you tomorrow, so stay curious and flexible.
So if we're thinking about the bigger picture, cultivating self-love is about creating a life that feels authentic and meaningful, right?
Yes, it's about honoring yourself and living in a way that aligns with your values. And that's something we can all strive for no matter what our circumstances are.
Self-love is a gift you give yourself,
Huh?
and it has the power to transform every aspect of your life.
Couldn't agree more.
As we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I think it's important to remember that self-love is a journey, not a race.
Exactly. Be kind to yourself. Start small. Be consistent. And celebrate every step you take toward building a more loving and fulfilling life.
And as you cultivate self-love, you'll see how it changes everything.
It truly does.
Okay, let's pause here for a moment and reflect on everything we've discussed so far. Think about how you can apply these principles to your own life.
What's resonating with you from our conversation? What are some small steps you can take to start incorporating these rituals into your daily routine?
It really is amazing to think about how much self-love can impact our lives.
Like how would it change your relationships, your career even, your health? It really can transform everything.
Yeah, I feel like when you genuinely love and respect yourself, it sets a whole different standard for how other people treat you too.
Totally. It's like you start attracting positivity and good things just by changing your own energy. You start attracting people and experiences that match your values, I think.
So for someone listening who is like really trying to figure out this whole self-love thing, what would you say to them?
Well, first of all, you have the power to create the life you want, and it all starts with how you treat yourself. It's not selfish, it's essential, really.
And it all comes back to knowing that you deserve love, right? Like starting with loving yourself.
Absolutely. And I think it's important to remember that, some days are harder than others.
Right. It's not like you wake up one day and you're suddenly full of self-love and that's it.
Exactly. There will be ups and downs, but you just gotta keep showing up for yourself, even when it's tough.
And celebrate every win, no matter how small.
One last thing I wanted to mention is that, Kandini Sevme is a great starting point, but it's just the beginning.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There are so many ways to learn about self-care and find what works for you. I mean, there are books, podcasts, workshops, even whole communities dedicated to it.
Yeah, there's a whole world out there. The important thing is to just keep learning and exploring and figuring out what works for you.
Keep deepening that connection with yourself.
This deep dive has been amazing, and I really hope it inspires our listeners to kind of go on their own self-love journey, to explore these rituals, see what resonates with them.
Start small, be consistent, and be kind to yourself. Those are the keys.
And as you start showing yourself more love, you'll see how it starts to change everything.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep diving deep, everyone.